Aloha and welcome to part 5 of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We are now at Ice Cap Zone, and Ice Cap, it has an awesome snowboarding section in the start of the level. Oh Sonic, we will see you snowboarding quite a lot in this series, but only in Ice Cap and City Escape. And the other Ice Cap wasn't good. God, Sonic 06 sucks, but I digress. The thing with Act 1 of Ice Cap Zone is there's a lot of platforms that you need to speed up into, but you also have to watch where you're landing because there's a lot of hidden springs in this level, a lot of hidden springs just hanging out where walls are. That's another special stage. Obviously you've noticed that if you have the Chaos Emeralds, touching the special stage ring will only give you 50 rings. It won't take you back to a special stage. If you're wondering about the Super Emeralds I mentioned earlier in the introduction video, don't worry, that's coming up, but as it is, we can just get 50 rings from the special stages. Woo! You have no idea how hard it is to resist double tapping the jump button when you have 100 rings, you know, or 50 rings and more. You know, I'm trying so hard not to be supersonic, but somehow during this playthrough, you know, my button slips, you know? It slips, and look, it slipped when I landed, and I accidentally pushed it, and they fucking turned supersonic. And you know, I'm not gonna wait until the timer goes out, so I just figured, fuck it, I'll just go with Supersonic. Besides, you get to see footage of Supersonic. How often do you get to see that if you don't get the Chaos Emeralds? This part is actually an infinite looping hole. Like, you have to push these ice chunks around and stand on them in order to get through all of the glacier walls that you need to pound through. Because if you don't do that, you're just going to find yourself falling into an endless loop, an endless loop, an endless loop that just goes nowhere and nowhere and nowhere. You'll see here, look at this pathway I'm taking. Oh, I accidentally fell. And I'm back at the pathway I'm taking. See, it's an infinite loop. You have to go in the right pathways, otherwise you're going to find yourself falling and falling and falling. And that's no good. Watch where you're landing here, because again, hidden springs all over the place. You don't want to land in a spring that you don't want to land in. Because that makes sense. I don't know. I figured since I was Supersonic, though, I would try and show off the mid-boss's attacks, at least. But I still, you know, because Supersonic can jump so high, I can do a little damage to this guy. Basically, all he does is he moves around with these ice chunks circling around him. Very hard to jump into him when you're normal Sonic, so don't do it until he's gotten the chunks away from him. And he tries to drop them on you. It's very easy to dodge, bleh. And then you just keep hitting him. It's a fairly easy mid-boss, and though I was Supersonic, I think you get the drift of it. Again, I apologize. Supersonic is very hard not to turn on half the time, you know. Fucking penguins! And yeah! One thing I forgot to mention about Sonic 3 in comparison to Sonic 3 and Knuckles that I didn't mention in the introduction video is that the layout and the way the items and stuff are placed are actually kind of... Fuck you, Tails! See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to jump on the platform, and Tails fucks up my mojo. Go away, Tails. I hate you. Why? But I digress. In Sonic 3, there are certain item boxes and stuff that are different than what they are in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I know for a fact that there's an item box in Launch Base that when you play it as Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it's an invincibility box, and when you play it in Sonic 3, it's an Eggman box. And basically what an Eggman box is, if you hit it, it damages you and takes away all your rings, and that's no good. And the layout of the little bit of the layout was changed in Sonic 3 when you lock on Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I don't know why. I think it was to make the game a little bit easier so you could make it to the Mushroom Hill side, to the Sonic and Knuckles side of the game, but, you know. This is Eggman. He shoots ice on the bottom, then he shoots it on the side, shoots at the bottom, shoots on the side. He does this over and over and over again. You gotta be really quick to get to Eggman's platform, hit him, and then get off, like I did just there. But, you know, getting hit by his ice cloud will freeze you for half a second, and then when you unthaw, you'll be losing your rings. So watch out for that. And now we're at Launch Base Zone. Yes, we're at Launch Base, the final level of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But it's not the final level of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. There you see in the background the Death Egg. We didn't actually see an exterior shot of the Death Egg in Sonic 2, aside from the stage select cheat. But you'll notice, obviously, it looks like the Death Star from Star Wars. The difference is, instead of having one laser cannon, it has two, and a mustache, because that's supposed to be Eggman's face, you know. He's a narcissist! He loves himself! What can I say? The Death Egg must be the most impressive space station of all mankind, but it has to have my face on it. So, make some fins for my mustache, and, yeah, good job. Good job, robots. Good job. The invincibility music is the same music as Supersonic music, which is, kinda lame if you ask me. In Sonic 2, the invincibility and the Supersonic were different, so what the hell, game? What the hell? I'm just nitpicking, but, you know. Launch Base is definitely the hardest level of the Sonic 3 levels. There's lots of surprise traps, a lot of crazy flamethrowers that just love to pop out. The enemy types they use, well, you got the Ball Spike creature, the Ball Spike robot, which we've seen in Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. And I didn't mean to turn to Supersonic, fuck. Last time it happens, I swear. But the Ball Spike robot, obviously you can't jump into him because he's a Ball Spike robot. He tends to hurt you if you try. There are surprise spikes, surprise crushers, there are flamethrowers that boost out of nowhere. It can be a bit of a tricky level. This level also has a weird siren thing where you can pass this alarm system, it'll start making sounds and alarming, and then two birds will try and attack you. They're fairly easy birds to attack, all you have to do is jump into them, but you know. Launch Base is kinda crazy. It's supposed to be Eggman's one base on Angel Island. I guess Knuckles didn't mind that he built this fucking structure, you know? Whatever, I trust Eggman wholeheartedly. He wouldn't try to steal the Master Emerald, what with him and his robot army! Fuck Knuckles is an idiot.
Shut up!
Again, I don't mean to be supersonic. It's just, I can't help but push the jump button, you know? I want to show you guys the good ending, so I want to get the Chaos Emeralds, but when I do, I accidentally make the game so goddamn easy, it becomes invincibility time, and there's Knuckles with a bomb! Jesus, Knuckles! You think Knuckles would throw the bomb at us, at least? And, contrary to popular belief, yes, I know Knuckles is smiling and laughing like an evil person, but he is a good guy. He's just having a lot of fun, okay? He's just having a lot of fun being the good guy, I guess. This boss I tried to handle normally. Like, this is all you have to do if you're not supersonic. You just run from one side of the room to the other. When he stops spinning, hit his sides, and when one of the ball spikes breaks off, just try and hit him when the ball spike isn't facing you, and it's a fairly easy mid-boss. It can be done! But anyway, folks, that is Act 1, and I will see you in Act 2 in Part 6. Toodles.